So this is a quick introduction to the Max interface. I'm going to do a series of little videos, hopefully 2 minutes maybe long. So let's get going by loading a scene. So up here we have a collection of different ways of opening things. We have these little buttons, and we also have this big button, which is the one I tend to use because it has a recent documents area, which I like. We can also open stuff by going to open like that, and we'll get a little file browser. We have a little history at the top, which is also very useful, and I'm going to click the stale do like that. You should note that I'm running a little mouse and keyboard logger here, so you can see what shortcuts I'm using, so that's why you get the big weird mouse in the center of the screen over that. Okay, so now we've got something open in the middle of our viewport. Let's look at navigating it. So these little buttons down here control various ways of interacting with the current view. So up here we have a view that says camera. If I go and click that, we'll have, this is a left orthographic view, top orthographic view. That's our camera view, and this is a perspective view. You can swap like that. If I'm in camera view, let's go to perspective view. That one. Tink. Right. So the middle mouse button is the primary way of interacting with the viewport. If I just hold middle mouse down like this, you'll slide. If I do out a middle mouse, I'll rotate, and then control out middle mouse, I shall drag like that. Simple. There is the view cube up here, which also allows you to drag around. It's a little awkward because you can miss. I tend to just click on it and use these arrows to select various points of view if I want to navigate quickly. There's a little trick to setting this up, which I'll do in the next video. You should note that if you use the view cube, it will stay in perspective or orthographic mode, depending on where you are. So I'm in perspective at the moment, and when I zoom around, you can see that this still says perspective at the top. I change to an orthographic camera by clicking on perspective and choosing, let's say, orthographic. Now when I click on stuff, it will now say exactly what I'm looking at. So I'm looking at the left view here, and again in orthographic mode I can zoom in and out, and unlike Mare, I can also rotate out of orthographic mode like this, which I found immensely useful. We also have, down at the bottom, we have these little icons, which you normally don't need because you can get to them with shortcuts. But there are various ways of zooming in and out the environment just here. We can zoom a region, which sometimes is very useful like that. We have the pan tool, another way of getting to the pan tool, but again you can use the shortcut to do that. And we have an orbit tool. Okay, so that is how to load a file and navigate the viewport.